Oh, thanks, Alvin. Yeah. So before we start the description of the workout, my dog's right here in front of me. I don't know if you can see her, but Alvin asked me a question by text message yesterday about wearing shoes in workouts. And it seems during the pandemic, for some reason, people working out from home with us have had a propensity to wear no shoes, which is fine, but it's something that you should probably make a progression into. You shouldn't maybe just dive into it. I know, Christina, you've been doing it with bare feet, and I don't know if you had any adverse effects or not, but going from shoes to shoeless is not something you should just dive into instantly, optimally speaking. And I haven't spoken to this before, but you maybe want to do part of a workout with shoes and part without before you just go fully shoeless. And workouts that require a lot of running, for example, you might not want to do shoeless out of the gate. So if you're doing, running on the spot like we were yesterday, the B run, for example, on the spot would be a lot of work from a stability perspective for your feet. So wearing shoes for that workout might have been a good idea, but I was not astute enough to give you that advice. Hopefully you're okay today, Christina. But for anyone considering doing workouts shoeless, it is a progression to go from shoes on to no shoes, because there's a lot of support that they provide you. And it's not to say we're not meant to be able to move without shoes on. It's pretty much kind of how we came into the world. But to do it with no transition is tricky. So the people that often start running with those barefoot shoes, or the 5-finger shoes, or even the minimalist shoes, they'll end up with a ton of calf and ankle and foot problems because they just dive into it too quickly. You kind of have to progress from walking to jogging to running if you're going to do that. And what I've done, and I do a lot of shoeless workouts, is I do all of my workouts that don't involve running, I do them without shoes. So all my strength workouts are shoeless. Anyway, back to the workout today. If there's no more questions about that, Alvin, I hope that addresses that for you. It's an AMRAP, as many rounds as possible in 20 minutes of 4 stations. The first station is squats. So just body weight squats. So I'm going to stand over here with a white backdrop. Maybe you'll be able to see me a bit better. So arms go forward, hips go back, and these are not jumps, and they're unloaded. So arms go forward, hips go back. You want to flare your knees out as you get towards the bottom of that. And also think about pinning your shoulder blades together at the bottom so that your torso is neutral. So you don't want to be falling forward too much. You also don't want to have your tailbone tucked under too much. So keeping spine pretty much parallel to your shins. And that's just 20 reps of that. Following that up with alternating chop with weight shift. So I do have some dumbbells in the other room, but I didn't bring them in this room. So I'm using a remote control, solid fitness equipment piece. Broad stance, feet parallel to each other. You're going to go basically a skater's lunge, where your hips are on a track, shifting left to right. And you're going to add a chop to that. So chopping down to the outside leg, bring the axe, whatever it is. Don't need a heavy weight for this, just a light dumbbell will work. And 5 each way, no, 10 each way, pardon me. Like so. And moving on. So side plank with hurdle. This one is, there's a couple of ways you can do this. So you're starting in a side plank position. Hopefully you can see me there, I think. Let me know if you can't see me. So you're stacking your feet and bridging onto your elbow with your elbow directly underneath your shoulder, or you can alternatively stack your knees and into the same kind of side plank. Either way, you're going to be doing 5 hurdles or 5 knee lifts in this position. And then you're going to flip over to the other side and do 5 with the other leg hurdling. Is that clear for everybody? Hopefully. And finishing the round, each round of the circuit with burpees. So plant palms on floor, jump back to plank, jump forward to squat, and standard jump from there. If you feel like you can't do 20 of those multiple times over 20 minutes with your hands on the floor, you can bring your hands up to a platform, sofa, coffee table, whatever is stable is fine. But the hardest way to do it would be with your hands on the floor. So if you did it, if you remember doing this back in September and you had your hands planting on the floor, then probably carry on with that same pattern. Any questions about the workout? Got a lot of people here today. It's pretty fun. Okay, so we're going to warm up here. Let's start warm up with some idle. So whole footed jacks. Let's go for it now. So many of you, it looks like the Brady Bunch right now. Going to be idling for a full minute here. So I have tracked everybody who did this in June and September. So if you want me to keep your results going into the proverbial fitness science class log, then keep track of how many rounds you do. We're going to do another 15 seconds of idle here. And pop that into the chat afterwards, or you can tell me and I'll write it down. 3, 2, 1. That's great. Let's have everybody do 15 squats, just body weight squats. Arms forward, hips back. We've got somebody just jump back in. All right, once you're done your 15 squats, let's go quadruped. So on all fours. And palms right underneath shoulders, knees right underneath hips. Gonna take one hand and reach down your spine, palm down, and exhale and rotate, following the elbow with your eyes 5 times each way. So we've done a half kneeling rotation a lot in the prep or the warm-up part of this week. But today we're going to do a quadruped rotation. Once you're done that, stay down there. Sorry if you've already gotten up. And let's have you practice that plank, side plank with hurdle. So remember, it's 5 per side. So you just duplicate one of those sets. So you're going to do a side plank, elbows to knees or elbows to toes or feet, and lift the knee 5 times, then flip and do the same thing on the other side. Just to get a feel for that movement. And once you're done that, we're going to do a little bit more stability stuff just to get prepped. Let's do inchworm walkout to plank. So plant palms, walk out to plank, hold for a second, walk back, stand up, repeat that 5 times. My wife's upset because she can't watch her podcast in this room right now. Or in the other room because I've stolen her TV. I'm in trouble, in short. 5 inchworm walkouts to plank, and we'll get this thing started pretty quickly. So again, it's 20 squats.
Sorry, I lost you for a minute there. Can you throw it into the chat again? Because the chat's disappeared for me.
Oh, yeah, I can. I
Thanks.
think.
Just resend it, and
Yeah.
people can get it twice. Thanks.
Sure thing.
Jason, no jumps, just squats, right?
Correct.
Thank you.
Don't wear yourself out with jumps unless you really want to. And boom. Okay, workouts in the chat twice, but once for Jane. She got somehow expelled from here. Sorry about that. And we're going to start the workout in about 30 seconds here. So it's 20 squats, 20 alternating chops, 10 each way, 10 side planks, 5 each side, and 20 burpees. So I'm going to get a little tighter to the TV so I can see everybody and give cues if I need to here. If there's no more questions, we'll start in 15 seconds. You don't need a big weight for that side chop. It gets a lot harder if you have a big load. Think hatchet, not axe. Okay, going in the squats in 3, 2, 1. Go for squats. So you got 20 squats, 20 alternating chops, so 10 each way, 10 side planks, 5 each side, and 20 burpees. Keep track of your rounds. Wendy's got the biggest axe in history. So Dave, you're going to alternate on that, but so you're going to go here, up. So you're raising the axe every time you get across. You can just do 10 one way and then 10 the other way. Yeah, that's the idea. You got it. So LB, you're doing 10 one way, then 10 the other? Yeah, that's cool. Just having people alternate generally, but so side plank, you're going to plank up, stack the feet or stack the knees and lift the top leg into hurdle step 5 times, then switch. And you're moving on to burpees. You got it. That's it, everybody. Once you're done your burpees, you wrap back around to squats. We're 2.5 minutes in right now. Once you're done the burpees, you're done one round and you're wrapping back around to squats. So it's 20 of everything except the side plank. It's 10, 5 per side. Thanks, Christina. You can just track them in your own memory and then just pop them the total in afterwards if you like. It looks great on the chop, Christina. That's the idea. So Dave and Lisa just like to chop one tree at a time, which is fine. So you're doing 10 one way, then 10 the other. That's okay. Past the quarter pole here, we're at 525. Just 5 per side, Dave, not 10 per side. Sorry if I missed out the first round. Side plank, then burpees. If you did end up doing 10 per side on the side plank with hurdle, then just skip the next round. Or skip that station. Keep counting those rounds as you go through here. We're coming up to 7 minutes. Whew. Rob, just notice now that you got the cable column going for the chop. Don't go too heavy there. Once you're done the chop, you're on side plank with hurdle. Great work, you guys. Rest when you need it here. Nine minutes deep. That's it. Looking good, everybody. We're past the half here. We're at 10:30. Everybody's looking great here. Christina and Scott, those side planks with hurdle are awesome. All the burpees are looking good. Keep track of those rounds in your head. We're at 12 minutes now. You got 8 to go. Looking good, everybody. 7 minutes left now. Excellent work. 6 minutes to go. Take a pause when you need it. Grab a shot of water if you need it. Lisa B, really good side planks. Keep track of your own rounds in your mind. Getting close to the end here. We're at the final quarter. Nice job. 4 minutes remaining, 240 seconds left. Okay, we are whittled down to 200 seconds remaining in the workout here. Fully completed stations count. Keep track of your rounds and then which station you finish after that, whether it's A, B, or C. If it's D, then you finished a full other round. 3 minutes remaining. $150 seconds left. Two minutes remaining. Last 2 minutes of the workout. Remember how many rounds you're through and which one you're on. Final 100 seconds. $90. Battle through here. $80. $70. 60, final minute here. 50. Every full station counts. 40. 30. Nice job. 20. Nice push, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there's 20 minutes. Good job, everybody. LB is not stopping this round until she's done. I think we got to give that one to you. Nice job, folks. Great work. Pop your numbers in the chat if you have access. Everybody all right there? It was a little tougher than it looks when I demo it, that's for sure. It's basically, how long do I have to wait before burpees? I will endeavor to head back to the gym, so I'm a little bit more professional looking next week. And you guys have a good weekend. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you. Take care. Bye now.
Thank you.
Thank you.